If you're looking for an easy fall wreath to hang on your front door or your back door, I have just the project for you. It's super easy, super fun, and you're just going to love the results. Hi, I'm Cindy with Reinvented Delaware, and we love to repurpose and reinvent all sorts of home decor and furniture. And today, we're going to be reinventing some wool and flannel scraps that I found at the thrift store, and we're going to make this gorgeous wreath. Let's get started. Let's talk about supplies for this fall wreath. The first thing that you will need is a straw wreath. Mine is 12 inches. I got mine on Amazon. I'll link it below. You can find them at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, anywhere. But they're made out of straw and they're covered in plastic. The next thing you'll need is a good pair of scissors. I love these Fiskars scissors. They are spring-loaded. Let me show you. These spring-loaded scissors are just really great if you have any arthritis in your hand. There's a little knob here. You slide it and it releases the handle. That means that when you go to cut your fabric, it'll spring back open for you. And believe me, after lots of cutting, that spring-loaded action really does save on your hands, especially if you have arthritic hands like I do. You'll need a glue gun. Mine is a full-size glue gun, so I needed full-size glue sticks also. I'll link those below. And then the last thing you need is the fabric. Now, let me tell you, I happened across a box of pre-cut square pieces of flannel and wool at a thrift store. I'm not kidding. You saw the box. It was huge. It was packed full of these pre-cut squares. One of my followers actually contacted me and said, "You're never going to believe what I just found at the thrift store." Well, don't you know, I got right over to that thrift store and I bought that whole box of pre-cut squares for $5. And here are some of the squares. There were lots of colors to choose from. So this morning I sat down and I selected the colors that I wanted to use in my wreath. I have some browns and grays. I have this pretty blue plaid. Isn't that so nice? Let's see what else. Here's another blue one. I love that with that brown in it. And then I have lots of that brown. They all coordinated so well together. And I just grabbed as many as I could to make this wreath. If you don't happen across a box of pre-cut squares at your local thrift store, here's what you can do. Shop for flannel shirts or shop for wool skirts that are plaid. Flannel shirts are usually plaid, most of them are. So you're gonna find a lot of plaid, a lot of selection there. You can also find wool skirts that are plaid. They're very popular, like a tweed, or probably not flannel, but you're going to find a lot of wool. So you're gonna have scraps like this here that you're going to cut. So basically all you have to do is cut out the squares. After I put about the third one in, I realized that I had accidentally cut some of the line that had wrapped the straw around the wreath to give it form. And it was starting to fall apart. So I quickly just grabbed some twine that I had on hand and I wrapped it again really nice and tight. So I've got that problem solved. Those kind of things just happen when you're crafting and it's really just part of it. All right. Use the blunt end of the scissors and find the centermost part of each square. Put a dollop of glue right where the scissors are and then press that into the straw wreath as far as you can. Work around the whole circle of the straw wreath around the top first, and then we're going to move around the sides and inside of the wreath. So I've gone completely around the outside of the wreath, the outside circle. So the top is done, the outside part of the circle is done. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the inside of this circle. You can do it as loose or as full or as sparse as you want, depending on the look that you're going for. Remember, you do have the straw showing, and that can be part of the design. Another way to cover up the straw, if you don't want that to show, is after you press in one of these squares like we just did, you can take your glue stick, put a little dollop of glue in the spot you want to cover, and then just press this down, and that will cover up some of the straw. In my case, I'm going to go around and use these brown squares and fill in some of the gaps. I'm going to use this heavy jute twine. I always have this in my craft room. This is such a staple in any craft room. I've cut my piece of jute twine. It's about 20 inches long. Give yourself plenty to tie around because you've got to go around the thickness of the wreath and you want enough for it to hang from. I've lined up the two ends together like this, and then I'm going to bring it through the front to the back, hold the ends back here, and then I'm going to weave the looped edge through the folds of the fabric. I don't want to have the jute right on top of the fabric, otherwise it would hold it down flat, and I don't want to do that. So it's completely hidden in the folds there. Then around the back, I'm going to loop it through like that. And then the top, I'm just going to tie a knot. I like this part of the project to show. If you don't want the knot to show, you just loop it through there differently and you hide the knot in the back. I don't mind because my look is very rustic, very homespun, very handmade, and I like that kind of thing to show. And then you can see it's going to just hang right from this hanger. Let me hang it up on my wall and show you. Wasn't that a fun project and so easy? Let's hang it up. Oh, I love how that looks. The blues, the browns. Oh, the little pops of yellow just make me think of fall. We have blue skies in the fall, beautiful sunshine, and lots of brown starting to happen too, and there's beauty in that as well. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you do, could you give us a thumbs up down below? And I would love for you to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. We share lots of videos and tutorials here and also over on our blog at reinventeddelaware.com. Thanks so much, and I hope you can join me again.